Assalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You who are watching this video at this precise moment, know that this moment is more spiritual than you think. This is not a coincidence nor a simple curiosity. It is a silent call from heaven. And if you're still here, it's because Allah wants to tell you something personal, intimate, powerful. Before we even begin, let me promise you one thing. At the end of this video, I will make a special invocation for you, a sincere prayer, so that everything you have sown in the shadows may be revealed in the light, so that your patience, your tears, your sacrifices may be rewarded in a way that only Allah can offer. But listen to me now. The sky has noticed you. Your efforts were not in vain, and Allah is very, very pleased with you. I know you don't necessarily feel it, because you've often felt like you've done a lot for little in return. You've given without expecting recognition. You've sometimes felt invisible. You've been afraid that no one would see what you were doing with sincerity, with faith, with your heart. You've thought silently. Does Allah really see all this? And I'm here to tell you, yes. 1,000 times yes. He saw everything, and He forgot nothing. You have no idea weight of your actions in the eyes of Allah. You have no idea the impact of a simple, quiet act done for Him, a choice made in His name, a silent sacrifice you endured while your soul cried out. Verily, Allah neither misleads nor forgets. Surah Maryam, 1964. You held the door open for someone, and no one said thank you. You refused a sin when no one was looking. You gave in secret. You advised without seeking praise. You wept alone without anyone to console you. But the sky, it vibrated. The angels have written your name. The deeds you thought were small have risen to the throne. And today, this message comes to you as a sign from Allah. I am satisfied with you. This is not a spiritual illusion, but a pure reminder coming at the right time. And I invite you to stay with me until the end of this video, because this message is not just content. It is a divine confirmation. You walked uprightly without spotlights, without applause. Now, heaven will make you visible. Allah is preparing a reward that will make you understand that nothing was ever lost. And if you stay with me, I'll guide you through the 7 truths that will change the way you see your own journey. And in the end, I will pray that this divine contentment you feel now will be transformed into visible, concrete, profound blessings. Prepare yourself. What you've been doing in the shadows will soon come to light. And what heaven thinks of you will give you back confidence in who you are in the eyes of Allah. There are things no one will ever know about you. Silent efforts, battles you fought in your heart, alone, without support, without recognition. Decisions you made solely to please Allah, even if they cost you relationships, comfort, opportunities. And yet, you never sought to be seen. You preferred the invisibility of the world to the approval from heaven. You said to yourself, as long as Allah sees, that is enough for me. And let me say this to you today. With all the force of spiritual truth, Allah has seen everything, and He has forgotten nothing, and your Lord is never unaware of what you do. Surah An-Naml 27:93. Just because people didn't applaud you doesn't mean your deed was insignificant. Just because you weren't thanked doesn't mean your service wasn't noble. Just because you didn't receive visible recognition doesn't mean you were ignored. Heaven saw you, and heaven counted you. You do not know the value of a single tear shed for Allah. You do not know what a simple no to a temptation, a simple yes to alms, a simple night of prayer, a simple word restrained out of piety means. But Allah, He knows every micro detail. He sees what no one notices, and He rewards what no one applauds. Because with Allah, what is hidden is sometimes worth more than what is shown. You may have looked down when everything in you wanted to look up. Perhaps you prayed when your soul was weary. You forgave when your ego wanted revenge. You smiled when you were broken inside. You said Alhamdulillah when things were going wrong. And all that, Allah wrote it. And not in just any book. In the book that leaves nothing out. Sometimes you think it's too inconspicuous to matter. Too simple to be loved by Allah. But remember this hadith. Don't underestimate any act, even if it's meeting your brother with a smiling face, reported by Muslim. And you did more than smile. You resisted. You prayed. You fasted. You waited. You gritted your teeth. You prayed at night. You kept going. And the world didn't applaud. But the sky recorded. Perhaps you yourself have forgotten some of these deeds. But Allah has not. And what you don't realize is that these little actions added up and started to change your destiny. They have become weights of light in your balance. They have been multiplied without you realizing it. So never doubt again the value of what you do. For he who acts for Allah never acts in a vacuum. You live in a world that celebrates noise, the spectacular, the visible. But the world of Allah values the hidden, the discreet, the intimate. And you are one of those people, those who act in the shadows to be rewarded in the light. And very soon, what you have done in secret will explode before the eyes of the whole world in the form of blessings. Not for pride, not for glory. So you know, once and for all, Allah has always seen you. And He is very pleased with you. There is something that is often forgotten. Allah does not look at the outward greatness of your action, but at the depth of your intention. It is not the size of your alms, nor the number of prayers, nor the visibility of your service that matters most. It is what there was in your heart at that time. And you acted with sincerity. Even when it was hard, even when no one was looking, even when everything seemed pointless. You may have wondered, does it really matter? Is Allah listening to me? But let me tell you a shocking truth. Your sincerity touched the sky. She pierced the veils of the invisible. She ascended to the throne of Allah, and she was received with love. Look at the strength of intention. The Prophet said, actions are only as good as intentions. Authentic hadith, Bukhari and Muslim. A single act, if pure, can earn you a lifetime of mercy. You have made this difficult choice. You have chosen Allah over ease, over the moment, over envy. You have chosen righteousness while everyone else followed their desires. You have put your ego aside to please your Lord. And on that day, the angels have noted your name with light. There was that moment when you forgave, not because it was easy, but because you wanted Allah to forgive you too. That moment when you refused to respond to evil with evil, because you were afraid of dirtying your heart. That moment when you gave when you had little, but you gave for Allah. And all this was seen, heard, welcomed. You acted out of love, not to be seen. You didn't seek looks, compliments, or sharing. You just wanted your name to be beautiful in the book of Allah. And this name, now, is surrounded by light. Heaven has ranked you among those who are sincere. And no one can take this status away from you. There is something sacred in sincerity. This is the secret between you and Allah. No one can measure it. No one can judge it. No one can extinguish it. And this sincerity, Allah makes it one shield around you. She protects you. She opens doors you never suspected. It attracts invisible blessings upon you. And she prepares answers that even your tongue didn't dare to ask. Do you think your sacrifice went unanswered? Do you think that night when you cried, that day when you forgave, that month when you resisted have disappeared into oblivion? No. They became silent invocations, which heaven preserved in the records of Rahman. And now the moment is approaching. The moment when this sincerity that you cultivated in silence will produce an explosion of light in your life. Not as a noisy reward, but as a divine smile, discreet, deep, indelible. What you did may not have affected anyone here below. More, it touched the sky. And this sky, today, is proud of you. There is a world you do not see, but it is more active than yours. A silent, luminous, obedient world, dedicated entirely to carrying out the orders of Allah, the world of angels. And you may not know it, but these creatures have pronounced your name. Yes, your name, the one people didn't mention, the one forgotten in the thanks, erased in the human rewards. But in the sky, this name has circulated, because you did something that the angels couldn't ignore. Whenever you acted with sincerity, whenever you preferred Allah to the desires of this world, the angels saw it. They are witnesses. They write. And even better, sometimes, they speak. The Prophet said, "There is not a day when the servants wake up, but two angels descend. One says, 'O Allah, give to him who spends for you a replacement.' And the other says, 'O Allah, make him who withholds lose.'" Muslim. These angels are not passive. They don't just write. They invoke for you. They call for your barakah. They ask for divine mercy. Because of what you did. Do you see those times when you gave without saying anything? When you helped without waiting? When you corrected your heart? It wasn't just noted. It was forbidden, reported, and praised by the angels. There is even a shocking hadith in which the Prophet says, when Allah loves a servant, he calls Jibril and says, "I love him, so love him." And Jibril loves him, then calls the inhabitants of the heavens and says to them, "Allah loves so-and-so, so love him." And the inhabitants of the heavens love him, then pleasure is established for him on earth. Bukhari and Muslim. Imagine, the whole sky turned towards you, not for your looks, not for your wealth, but for your heart, for your ethics, for your consistency. And now, the approval begins to go down, not in the form of likes or public recognition, but in the form of peace, of silent respect, of subtle blessings. Your name is circulating in a world higher than that of social networks. Maybe people never really understood you. More, the angels spoke of you. And that is much more powerful. They saw your effort in fasting, your fight against pride, your forgiveness granted to those who did not deserve it. And they said, "O Allah, look at what he does for you." And Allah Al-Wadud smiled upon your sacrifice. That's why you sometimes feel a strange protection, a door that opens, a peace that returns without reason. Because there is someone in heaven who spoke in your favor. And now, that moment comes. The one where this angelic plea will produce visible results. People will start liking you without knowing you. Opportunities will come your way without explanation. Your name will be respected in places you've never set foot in. For what? Because the angels did the work upstream. You were not alone in your fight. Heaven has supported you. And very soon, you will see on earth what has been decided for you above. You've often heard that everything is already written, that destiny is sealed. But what you must understand is that your sincere commitment, your good deeds, and your deep faith have the power to change this destiny. It is not an immutable fate, but a dynamic relationship between you and Allah. Every act performed with devotion can influence your life, change the course of events, repel evil, and attract blessings. The Prophet Muhammad taught us this. Indeed, the deeds most beloved to Allah are those which are constant, even if they are few in number, Bukhari and Muslim. This little that you gave, in constancy and sincerity, opened invisible paths for you. Imagine for a moment that every prayer you have prayed, every smile you have offered without expectation, every act of silent obedience has been a seed. These seeds have taken root in the sky. They have sprouted, they have grown, they have changed your reality. This means that what you are experiencing today is not set in stone. Your life is not written in letters of fire without you being able to change anything about it. On the contrary, through your perseverance, you have written new lines in your book, lines that protect, that uplift, that bless. Do you know that some supplications have this power? The Prophet said, "The prayer of a servant for his brother in his absence is answered by the angel, and likewise for you, Muslim." This means that good deeds, even those that do not directly concern you, influence your own destiny. And you, by persevering in goodness, have opened invisible doors. There is a beauty in this reality. You are an actor in your destiny, not a simple victim. Heaven watches your efforts, and it responds with invisible miracles. Sometimes you didn't understand why certain challenges lasted, why certain blockages remained. But the truth is, it was a process, a divine process where every moment of waiting, every tear shed, every action allowed Allah to prepare for you a better path, a path you had not imagined. Do not think that he who is miserable is truly miserable. There is incredible strength in your patience, in your constancy, a profound transformation, in your faith, a power that rewrites your story. The sky is not distant. It acts. It intervenes. And what you have done, far from being trivial, has begun to erase trials, to open doors, to bring forth blessings that you will soon discover. So never lose hope. Your destiny is changing, here and now. Every good deed you have done has lightened your burden, illuminated your path, raised your rank. You are a chosen one whose destiny is being reshaped by the mercy of Allah. And this change, it will be greater than you ever dared to ask for. You have walked this path for a long time, sometimes alone, sometimes in the shadows, often with a tired heart but a determined soul. You have sown with patience. You have resisted with faith, and today, it is up to Allah to take over. You did not give in vain. You did not wait in vain. Your efforts did not go unnoticed. Allah is with those who are patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. And patience is never unrewarded. There is a time to sow and a time to reap. The time is near. You are entering the season of divine retribution. It is important that you understand this. Allah is not only a judge, He is above all a merciful Lord, a generous giver. When you gave, He took note. When you prayed, He listened. When you cried in secret, He wiped away your tears. Now He looks at you with a look of satisfaction, a look that says, "You held on. I will reward you beyond what you imagine." You may have tried to convince yourself that you deserve this. You may have doubted yourself. You may have believed that the reward would never come. But remember that Allah's mercy surpasses all expectation, and my mercy encompasses all things. Surah Al-A'raf 7:156. What you did opened the doors to unseen blessings. Sometimes it is an inner change, a new serenity, a light in your heart. Sometimes it's an external event, an unexpected opportunity, a convenience in your life. The truth is that your reward is not measured in material gains alone. It is also measured in peace, in strengthened faith, in amplified love of Allah, in rediscovered confidence. Because these are the treasures that will carry you through your life. And even if sometimes you don't see anything yet, know that with each passing day, you are closer to this divine reward. The word of Allah is clear, and whoever does good, even if it is an atom's weight, will see it. Quran 99:7. This means that nothing is too small to be rewarded. Everything counts. Now let me tell you this. There will come a time when everything will fall into place, when you'll understand why you waited so long. You will feel the hand of Allah lifting you up, elevating you, illuminating you. You will feel His smile in your life, like a warm breath that dissipates all your fears. That divine surprise you've been waiting for so long is coming. And the more you are willing to welcome, the bigger it will be. So prepare your heart to receive this gift. Keep the faith. Intensify your connection with Allah. Increase your supplications. Don't let doubt approach you. Victory is near. The reward is near. You sowed with love. Now Allah is about to make you reap with joy. You've reached the end of this message, and I want you to understand one essential thing. Allah is proud of you, not just because you did things, but because you stood firm in times of trial, because you kept the faith when everything seemed to be falling apart, because you chose the light when darkness loomed over you. The path of the believer is often lonely, strewn with trials and doubts, but know that you have never walked alone. The Almighty has observed your every step, your every prayer, your every sacrifice. He has inscribed your name among those who are loved, among those whose efforts are accepted and cherished. Now feel the sweetness of this truth, and when my servant asks you about me, I am near. I answer the call of the one who prays to me when he prays to me. Surah Al-Baqarah 286. You called, and Allah heard you. You persevered, and Allah saw you. You have hoped, and Allah has promised you. Never let doubts or criticism dim the light that shines within you. Your reward is prepared, your rank is elevated, and your patience is honored. To close this sacred moment, I will make a special invocation for you, so that peace, blessing, and divine guidance always accompany you. Invocation. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. O Allah, you who are the most merciful, the most forgiving, you know the secrets of hearts and the invisible struggles of souls. I ask you, by your infinite greatness, by your light that illuminates the darkness, by your wisdom that guides the lost, to bless your servant who persevered despite fatigue, to reward his silence with a burst of light, to transform his trials into victories, to fill his life with peace and serenity. O Lord, make him feel your presence at every moment. Protect him from doubts and bad companions. Strengthen his faith and determination, and open to him the gates of blessings which neither eye has seen nor ear heard. Grant him success in this world and the hereafter, and make him an example of your mercy and justice. O Allah, hear our prayer, accept our repentance, and make us chosen ones, worthy of your love and your pleasure. Amen, O Lord of peace. You can keep this prayer precious. Recite it often, especially in times of uncertainty. Remember that connection with Allah is the source of all strength. Finally, Never forget that heaven is full of kindness towards you. What you have done, even in silence, has not gone unnoticed. You are a chosen one. You are loved. You are seen. And Allah is very pleased with you.